and this year we have prizes that we are giving away in 8 categories. So I want to thank all the publishers that have been so wonderful in sending us entries for this prize. The jury that's worked tirelessly with great cheer to go through what progressively every year becomes a more and more difficult decision, because more and more wonderful books find our way into our long list and then our short list, and then it's a struggle to really arrive at the decisions in the end. So, as a change this year, I'm going to start off by announcing the prizes that we give away for children's writing. So, I'm going to introduce the book and then ask either the author or a representative from the publisher to come up and make a short acceptance speech and accept the award on our behalf. Fast-paced and engrossing, it ensures that a sports lover or not, you'd be hooked. Even greater than the way football is presented in the book is the spirit of hope and perseverance and the message it carries about being brave enough to call out a wrong and fighting back that completely had me rooting for Siraj, KD, and Prithvi. The winner of the Best Children's Book Fiction is The District Cup by Mallika Ravikumar, published by Puffin. Mallika, will you please come on stage? Shiny and Lakshmi, please.
It's wonderful to be here, and thank you so much to the organizers, the jury, and all the readers, the young readers. Thank you for selecting the District Cup. The District Cup is a football book, and there are not too many sports books for children. And it talks about a very serious topic of age fraud, which is a rampant problem in sports in India, where a 15-year-old plays in an under-12 category and so on. In the recent Subroto Cup, which is a prestigious football tournament, 70% of the players were found to be age cheating and disqualified. So it's a very serious problem, which I've tried to weave into a fictional story and make it exciting. And it was I was very happy to know when Subodh told me that the members of the jury are not footballers, they're not football enthusiasts, but they still enjoyed the book very much. And that was exactly what I was trying to do. So thank you very much. It's really made my day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mallika. What I'm reading is not something that I wrote. This is what the members of the jury put together as a little introduction to this award ceremony. How does one make any story of India's freedom struggle relevant to a generation that is entirely disconnected from the period, possibly even beyond those who do the annual costume dramas of the freedom struggle for their school on August 15th and January 26th? Hand them this book. P. Sainath's Unknown Heroes of India's Freedom Struggle, published by Tulika, gave me goosebumps while I was reading it. It is a rich repository of India's freedom movement and of those freedom fighters whose stories have been lost in the sands of time. Tulika Graphics does a wonderful job with the illustrations and the design that talks to young people. This is one book that promises to initiate many in a discussion in history classes and book clubs. It is a must-read, not only for children. The winner of the Children's Book Award for Non-Fiction is Unknown Heroes of India's Freedom Struggle by P. Sainath. It's a wonderfully illustrated book with many contributors. How do you speak to level 2 readers about homelessness? Priyadarshini Gogoi does that most effectively, using a handful of words through her beautiful When We Are Home. From being a quiet conversation starter to evoking discussions around belongingness of what home means, of memories, of hope, this book gently tugs at your heart. It compels you to think, how many Moromis and Huntus do you know around you? The winner of the book prize for children's book story is When We Are Home by Priyadarshini Gogoi, published by Pratham Books.
Okay, we're really grateful to the organizers and jury for recognizing this book. This book has been one of those books that has just come together beautifully with Priyadarshini's words and Pankaj's illustrations. So thank you. Yeah.
What an absolutely delightful visual treat Janan Abir has created with the story of two sisters and one truant, Mr. Thukam. Where is Mr. Thukam has a wondrous mix of fantasy and fear, humor and comfort, and Janan's illustrations bring each of these aspects to life, making it a perfect bedtime story for all. The winner of the prize for children's picture book illustrations is Where is Mr. Thukam, illustrated by Janan Abir and published by Little Dipper Publishing. Anusha is here. Anusha is also written the book and published it, and I'd like you to accept it on behalf of Janan and the entire organization, and please say a few words. We've been having very, very short speeches, but you could make something slightly longer.
Hi everyone, my name is Anusha Veluswamy from the Little Dipper Publishing. This is an absolute joy to be here. Janan is not here with us today, but her parents are here, and Janan lives out of Dublin. Yeah. So it was fantastic to bring this book alive, and what Janan did with Mr. Thukam is just joy. I'm so glad, I'm so happy, and so honored. Thank you so much for this, and thank you all.
Any adventure story gains an extra edge when the object of its quest is a mythical beast. In From Makaras to Manticores, published by Hachette India, Sheena Devaya's cover supports the narrative with a sketch that is witty, idiosyncratic and engaging, and activates the reader's imagination. The winner for Best Cover Design goes to Sheena Devaya for From Makaras to Manticores, published by Hachette India. Is Sheena in the audience?
Thank you so much, BLF and Atta Galatta, for this award. And I'd like to thank the people I worked with on this book. First of all, C.G. Salamander, who wrote this book, Nimmi Chako, who was the editor, and Vatsala Kaul Banerjee, who was the editor as well, and Hachette. Thank you so much.
The next award that I'm going to talk about is called the Popular Choice Award. This is the only award in our list of 8 that is not decided by a jury, but is actually selected on the basis of the results of an online voting campaign that we do on the Atta Galatta website, the Bangalore Literature Festival website, and social media. This year we had 6 books, and we had probably 3 times the number of votes that we have had in the past year. So it shows that more and more readers were engaging with these popular choice titles. And in this particular category this year, we had an outright runaway winner. And even more surprising, it was for a book of poetry. The winner of the Popular Choice Award, Failure to Make Round Rotis, Mehak Goyal, published by Juggernaut.
Thank
thank you so much, Atta Galatta and the Bangalore Literature Fest for giving me this award. This is not only a win for me, but a win for poetry, because till now I've only been told that poetry cannot be sold in India. And this is me changing the narrative. And whoever thought that, failure to make round rotis can be a popular choice. I'd like to thank Chiki Sarkar for her faith in the book and the whole of Juggernaut team for remarkably publishing it in a record time of a month. And special thanks to my mom for making me the feminist that I am today. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Made my day.
Those of you that are interested, Mehak is running from here to her session at the Bangalore Literature Festival, where she's going to read from Failures to Make Round Rotis. Forests and journeys lie at the heart of this beautiful book. Written in the calm and compelling prose, that is Janice Pariat's signature style, Everything the Light Touches, published by Fourth Estate, is an ambitious novel centered around what's arguably the most important concern of our times, the environment. Encompassing 4 different storylines that span centuries, its main characters are as diverse as a young Indian woman, an Edwardian-era female student at Cambridge, Linnaeus, the father of taxonomy, and Goethe, the German philosopher. As rich in ideas as it is in poetry and perceptiveness, this is a top-notch book about the interrelationships between humans and nature. The winner of the AGBLF Book Prize for Fiction 2023 is Everything the Light Touches, Janice Pariat, published by Fourth Estate.
Thank you so much to the jury, to Atta Galatta, to BLF. Such an honor to be on this short list and such an honor to be here standing with this beautiful tree. Writing is often seen as such an isolated activity, and it sometimes is, but it so often isn't. It's born out of collaboration and a network of support, and those people bring this book as much to life as a writer does. HarperCollins, thank you so much. Rahul Soni, my editor, who is holidaying out of the country, but I'm sending him immense love. To family, to friends, to my partner, Sam, somewhere at the back, and honestly, to all of you, to readers, to book lovers, for crafting a space like this. I have no words. When my books and I come to Bangalore, I always feel like we're coming home. So thank you.
We are rushing through this award ceremony, and we've reached the final award for the evening. A consummate, forthright, and hard-hitting book, Caste Pride, is about the truth behind the ossification of caste identity and the institutions that have led to its continuation in modern times. The book demonstrates that those who are historically credited with having India from foreign slavery had no vision or desire to apply similar energy towards the elimination of millennia-old domestic oppression. Based on painstakingly gathered empirical data, Manoj Mitta shows us that despite the efforts of reform, nothing has substantially changed. The hegemony of Hindu upper classes continues, ironically enough, through the control of the judicial system, which has ended up in legitimizing caste inequalities. Caste Prize could and should kickstart a much-needed conversation. the winner of the AGBLF Book Prize for Non-Fiction 2023, Caste Pride, Manoj Mehta, published by Context.
Deeply indebted to Atta Galatta, Bangalore Lit Fest, and of course the jury. I'm cognizant of the fact that this is a subject that has a lot of layers of prejudice. It's not a very popular subject. The book does not cater to the bias that we all have on the issue of caste, the confirmation bias. And yet, if the jury chose this, it's for me a very radical choice, an act of courage, and I'm therefore grateful to them for that. And I'm also take this opportunity to thank my publishers, Context. I see my editor here, Ajita, and I see that New India Foundation, which gave me a fellowship that helped me in a big way to do this, to undertake this ambitious research. And a representative of New India Foundation, Yavanika, is here. So thank her too. And of course, I couldn't have endured this 7-year research and writing unless I had the support of my family. So I thank them too. And before I leave, I want to tell the other authors who were shortlisted that, I have a great deal of admiration for them. I wasn't expecting to be standing here because of the problems I was referring to, that caste is a subject we all love to hate. We are all in denial over that. It's not something that we would, a book on caste we would want to celebrate. So I wasn't really expecting to be standing here. And I admire all the work that you guys have done. Any of you could have been here. I congratulate all of you. So thank you very much.
Thank you all for being part of this presentation ceremony. It means a lot to us personally at Atta Galatta and the Bangalore Literature Festival. Thank you all, and we hope to see you again in 2024 for the 9th edition of the AGBLF Book Prizes. Thank you. Good night. Yeah, actually, we have a few minutes. Lekha reminds us that this is probably the only session in the BLF this year that has ended before time. So could we please have the winners come on stage for a photograph? Thanks. This is also the first time we're going to have all the winners on stage for a photograph in the 8 years of our prize ceremony. So